the men's team championship came down to the 4x4. We were down 1.5 points. Guys had to beat Indiana State on the relay, and we came home with the relay championship. And so, although I did, win's a win. Winning by 30 last year was a little more relaxing, than coming down to the last event. But you know what? A win's a win. We're gonna take it anyway to get it in. I could not be more proud of this group of men. The adversity they've overcome just with the pandemic, being able to stay adaptable, put in all the work, all the extra things you had to do to make sure that you were able to compete and have an opportunity to even be in this position. And then with all the sports seasons going on here at UNI, we were about 5 weeks without having the track down in the dome, and so we were running on the turf, practicing at 6 a.m. just so every team could get the practices they need to get in. And so our guys stepped up in a big way. I could sit here for literally an hour and talk about every single event group, what kind of adversity, what the stories, what makes this one so good, and it hits a little bit different. Just every single story that's interwoven to, like, who scored points, how they overcame something. Guys coming back, Kyler Yotes won the championship in the weight throw. He turned down a job. He could have graduated last year. He turned down a job with John Deere so he could come back just for this reason. Breaks the school record and scores 10 points. Gets all conference in the shot put. Things like that. I don't know. This one's special for sure. Winning at home, back-to-back championships. To sweep some of the awards that we had with Parker Hewitt, Freshman of the Year. Darius King, Field Athlete of the Year, and Tayshawn Cooper with the Most Valuable Athlete award. Just really can't speak highly enough of how these guys came to battle, and we had to score 25 more points than we did a year ago to win the championship, and Indiana State was right on our heels, and heading into that final day, it felt like we were climbing uphill all day. We just felt like we were up against it, and the guys never backed down one time. And I think what makes this team so special is everybody's willingness to put their own success behind the success for the team. And you had guys making sacrifices all over the place that weren't at 100%, but showed up anyway. I don't know, I could not be more proud of that group. And on the women's side, equally, they were terrific. That was our best team finish indoors since 2008. We scored, I think, 38 points more than we did a year ago. We had 11 people in the finals on the last day of competition, which hasn't happened in years. We had 3 women in the 60 final, which hasn't happened since I can remember. And we talked a lot about this team being the team that's going to take the step to move the program forward. We've been in that 4th and 5th place spot a few times, and we just talked all year about this is the team that's going to shape the direction of the program going forward. And we were only 11 points out of 2nd place, and that's a trophy spot, and that was our goal. We came up a little short there, but I think we'll look back on this team as the team that set the women's side of the program up, to contend for conference championships on a continuous basis. So, like I said, the level of pride I have in not our kids, but my staff and our training staff is just off the charts. And this one felt great. Any questions?
Coach, let's hit a couple of the highlights. Maybe start with the shot put. Darius King, a big throw sets a conference indoor championships record.
Yeah, Darius, he did exactly what he needed to do. He came in, he put his first throw out there, about 1880, which is way better than anybody else on the list, and then he just moved from there. And his consistency has been fantastic. The throws group entirely with Darius leading the way in the shot putting and Kyler in the weight throw. That's a wicked 1-2 punch, and I think breaking the conference record, that's no easy task. There's been a lot of really great throwers throughout the year, so that feather in his cap is pretty big, because Southern's had some All-American throwers that have been in the conference many times, and so that's just it's special. To do it at home too it's just the icing on the cake to be able to perform that way in your home facility in front of family and friends. Having fans at the track meet was great, and that was a great moment for me for sure.
And Kyler's weight throw toss, that was a school record, right? Did you see that coming?
Yeah, he really started piecing it together. I think, the week before conference, me and him were talking. He said, man, it took me all season to figure some things out, but I think I finally got it dialed in. And he's a big believer in the process, and that's just, a testament to him just buying in and staying patient, and Coach O'Mara doing what Coach O'Mara does best, and that's getting his guys ready to throw far when it matters most.
Cooper winning the 200 title, but then anchoring that 4x4. Tayshawn just so huge. How big of a gamer is he?
Man, he was big time. He was big time this weekend. Personal best in the 60, personal best in the 200. And he's 4 races deep, and we go to him for the 4x4, and it's like we got to have it. I was talking to those guys right before the relay and just said, the multi events, we were down by about 20. We were down 23 and a half points. And then the heptathlon 1,000 went, and we scored 22 points, and that brought us within a point and a half. And so I brought that relay together and just said, here's the deal. I said, we're within a point and a half. I'm like, we got to win the 4x4, and we take home the title. And I had no doubt, really, honestly. The way they looked at me when I said that, they were all ready to go. And for Cooper to close it out, Connor Blau had a heck of a leadoff leg, put us up front. Sven extended it. Seb Gearhart on the third leg did a good job of maintaining, right in the mix. And then it was epic, the fact that Indiana State and Northern Iowa got the baton at the exact same time, and you had the conference champion in the 60 dash, and you had the conference champion in the 200 battling for the win, and Cooper brought it home.
Also, the freshman Parker Kiewit, second in the long jump, and fourth place finish in the multis, which was also a big event for you guys.
Yeah, Parker, he's really just starting to get it all figured out from Dyke New Hartford, just 15 minutes away, and just a great kid. And we're just scratching the surface with him. He missed a lot of time. Had an ankle injury this fall. We took him out for like 8 weeks, and then he actually got COVID-19 middle of the indoor season, which took him out for 3 weeks with the new protocols, with making sure his the cardiac system's all good to go. And so for him to basically be out for about 10 weeks of the training cycle, still pull away to get 14 points for the team was pretty amazing.